Good afternoon, and welcome to another brilliant observatory discussion about the New York Knicks, New York's best team in the city right now.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, we like to ask that all of our supporters, subscribe, hit the likes, and you can drop whatever you want us to talk about in the chat. Uh, the leader up top there, Papi Santos, he'll drop the link in if you might want to get on and express a few things about the Knicks. However, I'm going to start this off because I'm in a good mood, and when I'm in a good mood, Santana is not Santana. He's Papi Santos. And I'm in a good mood because nine straight, nine straight. We doing what we need to do. And I don't want to even start off. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to throw it to my main man, who I like to throw it to because he's always giving me some great finishes. So I'll just throw the over the head lob because I seen him coming down from the peripheral to my man Dream. Take it away.
And you know what? I'm feeling so good. I'm gonna keep pumping my Reeboks up on the way up to the rim this time. You know, what I'm saying? And I'm a double D Brown this thing. Whatever, switch hands.
All right.
So old girl got me on cloud nine today. I'm not gonna lie. So that's a little intro there. But in the first, came out strong again. Basically, what I liked about this one is that we actually did implement. We said we wanted to see them go inside and then start to go outside. So we did see that with the first couple possessions is that they started moving the ball inside. And then once they got comfortable, started raining again from outside. I had another game where they dropped a bunch of threes, man. It's crazy how smooth the offense looks from time to time. In the second, the rookies jumped out and they got rocking and they started, coming up and down the floor. The second unit always, starts to build that lead. We're getting relying on them. We're getting used to seeing this game after game, and they are, I mean, by far, maybe the most consistent thing we got going. And the 1A and 1B is them and Randall, especially this last few weeks,
Yes.
So and then we played pretty even in the third, and in the fourth we put the clamps down again. We held them down to 20. We put up our 30 plus points and put the game away. And basically that's pretty much it. And I'm gonna sidestep and slide it with my left to Santana. Take it away.
Yes, man. Yes. Good afternoon. I hear some feedback. I'm sorry. Everything good now?
Good.
Okay, sounds good. Okay. So yeah, man, our Knicks are 9 in a row. They're smoking. They're just on a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? They're really playing some solid basketball. There's only two teams in the NBA that's had a 9-game winning streak. Utah, they had two of them, and now the Knicks, we have one of them. Hopefully we'll hit 10 tonight, and maybe we'll hold that illustrious award for the season. But that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot. Coming from where we came from last year, because last year we were horrible. We were horrible. We had a little glimmer of hope at the end of the season when Mike Miller took over, gave us a little hope. But then once Tibbs came over and he, stamped his defensive philosophy and expectations and holding brothers accountable, and then he had the sit down with the franchise. Him in the front office had to sit down with the franchise to ask them, what do you need for us to win? And he gave them the blueprint, and here we are on the brink of a playoff berth in fourth place by ourselves right now, or maybe we're
tied with Atlanta.
We're tied with Atlanta.
But we have to if we ended the season, I think we have we swept them or whatever. So we would hold
have the advantage. Spot. Yeah, we have the advantage over them. But so we're right where we want to be. We just gotta close out this string of regular season, as we're playing. I don't expect us to go undefeated, but even if we go 500 at this point,
Right.
we're still ahead of the game. So with that being said, I'm gonna drop it down to H2O so he can give us his take on what he thought about the Knicks' latest victory.
I see you rocking the jersey. I see you, H2O.
I just want to make sure that you recognize. Do I get a full name today? That's what I want to hear. By the end of this episode, we will be calling him.
I can't see what number you got on though. We can only see the top. Let me see.
It's RJ to the rescue. But for the last 3 to 4 games, he's had his it was either 18 in the third quarter or 16 in the fourth quarter. And it's not like he's doing the disappearing act that he had been known to do in the past. He is almost taking over for Burks' spot, because Burks was the one that was dependable in those last few minutes to give us, that continuity on the offense. And it seems like he's coming on at the right time. Rebounds, hello.
He's a good rebounder.
That was a double-double the last time.
Yeah.
Okay, and he came on very strong in the fourth quarter. So, yes, we have to give him, his due. And I had to rock his shirt today just to let everyone know out there that, he is still formidable. And no matter what they're saying out there about the top second-year rookies and blah, 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 he doesn't need all of those accolades. All right? He lets his work do the talking for him. He doesn't need recognition from anybody. And he's just proving to everyone that they were wrong in jumping off the ship on him. So that includes some of our panelists. That at the first year, in the first few shows, were like, man, this guy, man, he should be better. He should be the second option. He should have been blah, blah, blah. He is what he is. Mm-hmm. And now he's better than what he was. Yep. And, there's nothing but upside potential that I see from this kid. We shouldn't be considering praise and all of that kind of silly conversation that was going on before. If anybody that I want to keep in there, it's going to be Barrett and what's your boy's name? Randall. Those are two guys that are untouchable on the Knicks roster. For me, I'm not the general manager. I don't know what's out there, but I wouldn't go for no big time, big name and give up those two. As far as tonight's game is concerned, okay, or maybe I'll have to go back.
Hold on.
That Toronto game. I want to give you a little bit about that Toronto game because these guys were smoking. I mean, to hit over 30 points in 3 of the 4 quarters, that was something else. What can I say? I mean, the guys are doing everything that we're asking them to do. Bullock is hitting his stride. Barrett, of course, with this double-double. Julius is doing the expected, what he's has put in our minds that we should expect from him. And Derrick Rose, the kid is in between 13 and 20 points in the last, I don't know how many games, I thought that he was only supposed to give us some spot minutes and, help in the thing, but he's kind of become the finisher. He's finishing the game for us, so it doesn't matter who starts, it's who finishes. And Rose is proven to be that individual that is needed at the end. We can't afford to have an elf, maybe so, maybe not. When Derrick Rose is always on point. Right now, when I see that we see Notorious BUG and GMoney come in, so I'm going to pass the mic to GMoney. Go ahead. Tell us your take on the last game.
Thank you. And I'm just splashing from downtown. Salute everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. Want to greet everybody. And the game against Toronto, our defense was locked in. The first quarter, our defense was locked in. I thought we did a good job containing Kyle Lowry to dare him to take tough contested shots. Also, I thought we did a good job slowing down Pascal in the fourth quarter and OG after they were lining us up early in the game. And also, I loved how we were limiting turnovers. And also, the ball movement was great. There was an OB sighting. There was an OB sighting on Saturday. His three was falling. The bench played great. D Rose was attacking the basket. We outscored their bench 43-11. Think about that. Our bench was phenomenal. And also, we shut down Gary Trent, forcing the tough contested shots. Julius Randle, another all-star type performance. His jumper was falling, banging in, getting guys, crashing the glass. RJ Barrett, the second half assassin, getting offensive boards, and his three ball was falling. And Notice Noel, he had that vicious block on Spicy P to end the game. Vicious block.
Yeah. I'm sorry to interrupt. I gotta throw out his name. New Orleans, Noel.
Yes, we know. No. And you're good. That's fine. You're good. I'm not mad. You're fine. That's good. No. Noel. He made some big plays, man. And this Knicks team has come together. Reggie Bullock was hotter than a furnace from downtown. This team has come together. The defense is locked in. The offense has been fabulous the past few games. We just got to continue that tonight against Phoenix. And we got to play 48 minutes. We cannot be down double digits to these guys. If we're down 10 plus in any moment, it's gonna be trouble because the Suns are going to get red hot offensively, and they're good defensive team.
Save the Thunder for
I'll
the
save
Suns.
the Suns for later.
Yeah.
But my point I'm saying is that the effort is there. My point, the defense is improving. The execution is there. Thibs is making the right rotations. Julius Randle has shown leadership. So has RJ Barrett. And everybody's playing for each other. There's no egos. And that's what I like. And this team continues to thrive. And this team continues to get better and better with their ball movement, their hustle. The bench has been fabulous. And that's what I like seeing. And right now, as of now, we're top 4 in the East. We just got to continue to show more improvement and finish our homestand strong. And after that, I'm going to do a no-look pass to my man, Notorious Bug.
And I'm going to take it. I'm going to do a crossover with a jump shot. Nothing but net. I'm going to tell you, it was a team effort. I'm proud of my boys. You can't say anything wrong. Even our third quarter, we played hard. It wasn't like our normal third quarters where we have to come back from 16, 18 points. Leadership, as you stated, is correct. They took the reins. They pushed it. They made sure that we kept going and not give up and not have any lows. Coaching, he finally loosened up and played some people. And as you say, OB, I'm glad somebody gave him some oil and loosened him up. Because now he's a better player. Relax. He can do the job. Once he really gets relaxed, and he's not totally relaxed yet, I think that boy gonna do damage. Because he has the height, he has the height, and he has the wingspan. And for him to come out of college being, what was it, top scorer of the East?
He's player of the year.
Player of the year, man.
Yeah.
I think that boy gonna do damage. I look at the team as being one of the best teams in the East right now. And I'm gonna be honest, between them and Washington, we're the two hot teams right now, consistently. Bradley Beal and Westbrook is doing work, and we're doing work as a team. And I can't forget Charlotte, because Charlotte looked like the number one team of the nation for the last 3 years the way they were playing. And that was without LaMelo Ball. I was like, whoa, is that the same team we played?
Yeah.
You know, so the East is coming up, and you know, the East is usually the one that everybody laughs at and said there's nothing in the East. There's a whole lot in the East. There's a whole lot, and you mess around, the East might take it all. You know, that's how I'm looking at it. But as far as my team, I am proud of my team. You know, and to be honest, I think we could be this third seed because Milwaukee, you know, they're strong, but they're not that strong.
And they're only 3.5 games over us. They're 3.5 games better than us.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not likely that we'll catch them, but it's not impossible.
But think
Because I
about
think we both have a certain amount of games.
But think about the 3 games that we should have won that everybody was like, why did you do that? Even the game against the Nets. Why did you do that? Imagine if we had won that. We'd be tied for third.
Quite possible.
You know? And, you know, I'll stop with my rage, and I'm going to pass it up. Let me see. I think I pass it to my boy, The Dream, because he's a statistic man.
Yeah, you're hilarious. I think it's Santana's up, right? You up, Santana?
No. You go ahead. You go ahead.
Go ahead.
All right. I appreciate
You
the pass.
Bill.
I appreciate
You
that.
Bill. Then me.
Okay. I appreciate the pass. And I too will pull up for a splash with the left hand. Why not? So
Why not?
Yeah. So basically, you know, we tried something a little bit different. We tried being a little bit more efficient of an offense this game. We only took 75 field goal attempts, which is less. You know, normally when something like that happens, a defense has stifled us into bad shooting or taking away possessions and things of that nature. But in this game, that wasn't the case. We actually came out shooting very well, kept a really good percentages. 56% of those shots went down, so that was really good. And we made another 16 threes, like I said earlier. So, you know, we are adding things to the team and playing, like GMoney said, we're playing, we're unlocking things in our offense and our team in general because of our hard play on the defensive end. So now the offense is starting to come along also. We're starting to believe we could make shots. We're starting to believe that if they pass the ball into perfect positions or positions that people are comfortable, that they're going to make shots. So as overall, the confidence of the team has risen, and that's exactly what we're seeing in their play. You know, somebody mentioned the bench outscored 43-11. That was awesome. You know, more importantly, Rose's points, 19 points, right? They all came from around the basket. As everybody else was doing damage from the outside, he took it upon himself to do his damage 7 of 9 from the inside. So he's like counterbalancing the outside threat now, you know? So that's really good to see. And he's been doing those kind of things, you know? This outburst of threes from everybody, that was awesome. Randall with 5, you know, Bullock and Barrett, Nobi had 3 apiece, and even IQ 2. So that was nice, you know? It was good to see. And overall, you know, as far as like why Toronto was hanging around, we gave the ball away 15 times. Those turnovers, man. It's like, you know, we played a really good game offensively, and then like those things would just pop up from time to time at the wrong time. And then what happened with those turnovers? They turned into fast break points for them. So those 2 areas really kept the game closer than it needed to be. But ultimately, that burst in the beginning of the fourth quarter, I think it was like 9-0 or ultimately like 14-3 run that we had in the beginning of the fourth quarter, just pushed us away too far for them to even come back. That was the last little thing that you know, kind of like, you know, straw that broke their back in essence. You know, and outside of that, I'll give big ups to my man Noel, because you guys said it. He's always throwing block parties, 11 straight games with 2+ blocks. So that's pretty good for him. And I am
No.
So yeah. So with that, I'll toss it next door.
Before you pass it, Dream, because you mentioned something that just brought it to light, and Bill's father was the one that was alerting me to it, because you know I'm an Elf fan, and my boy Elf started messing up. And as soon as he started messing up, Bill's father said, "You need to pull him."
Captain Hook.
And the coach heard and pulled him out right on time.
Get that Apollo clown out here with that hook. Whoop, off the stage. So,
that's right.
So,
and he didn't come back in the game either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know. It's not needed at this point. If people are hot and people are rolling, like you said, Tibbs is starting to loosen up who he's playing. He's just going to give those minutes to some other people, you know. So yeah, and that was it. So my bounce pass went cross court. Who picked it up? Because it looked a little sloppy of a pass.
I got it, and then I'm gonna
All right.
fake the pass back to you, and then just lay it with the left.
Yes.
All
Look
right.
at that.
Yeah, we were watching the game with my pops, me, Notorious, and my brother and Malik. We were all watching it together, and I promise you guys, I'm gonna get him on the show. If not during the season, at least for the playoffs. I'm gonna get him in there because just watching the games with him is just funny. It's just hilarious. So we had a nice time looking at the game, and at the same time, the fact that we were winning, you know, made it all, you know, that much better. Now, what I wanted to point out is something that Dream normally points out. Listen, we only took 75 shots. 75 shots. They took 83 shots, but we hit at a 56 point clip, and they shot at 43.5 point clip. And 3-pointers, we took 31, which is more than, you know, we like. However, these past several games, they've been hitting the 3-pointers at over 50%.
50%. Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and
Hard to argue with that, man.
and we're one of the top 5 3-point shooting teams, believe it or not, if I'm not mistaken.
Are you
Yeah, that
ready to
number's
give
been climbing
him
all
his
year.
Are you
Am I
ready
ready
to give him his J back?
I was thinking about that, but I'm a little superstitious, and I'm thinking if we give him his J back, and then tonight he goes out there and stinks up the place, and then I'm gonna be upset. So
Yeah.
I'll wait until after tonight, because doesn't this conclude our 6-game
Yes.
homestand?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Well, no, Wednesday.
No,
Wednesday.
So
Wednesday.
let's okay. Let's wait until Wednesday. Let's wait until Wednesday. I see H2O ain't feeling that at all, and I understand. He feels that we betrayed his son, and we still love your son, both of them. We love the team, and we still love
RJ, say it.
Mr. Garrett.
Hey, I'm the one that took away his J, man. I don't know what's wrong with the rest of y'all.
Yeah, he was saying that too when he was watching the game. He was like, I'm giving him the J back. I'm like, yeah, you and Henry, you and H2O. But not yet. Not yet.
Oh,
However, he's been playing well in the second half. I want 48 minutes of what he's been doing in those second halves. And if I got that, then Henry, I promise you, we'll give you 10 straight minutes dolo.
No.
And you can. I'm saying,
Wait.
I'd be happy to let him have it if the Riddler's putting up the same numbers in the first half than the second half. Those would be all-star numbers.
You want 48 points?
Yes.
Why not?
Why 48 points?
He's not Curry.
Oh, God.
It's Barrett, not Curry.
We'll
Barrett.
pass it to
All
you.
the letters.
We'll just keep passing it to you for at least 10 minutes. We'll let you go for 10 minutes straight.
It's a
All right.
new sheriff in town.
Don't tell him that, man. Don't tell him that.
Put it in writing. Put it in writing.
You'll get his dissertation ready, brother.
I know.
Oh,
He's
my God.
he's probably got his secretary in the back over there.
Don't get your hopes up. It has to clear management.
Yes. Has to go by the editor.
Yeah.
All right. Also, we killed these guys on the boards, basically. We got them by 11 on the boards, 44-33. Offensively, we both had 5 offensive rebounds, both teams. And this was very weird. Although we kind of blew them out, they had 31 assists to our 20 assists. So that's because our shooting has seemingly improved. And that's because they're shooting basically they're set up. They're in their spots, especially Mr. Barrett. See, he's in his spot. And I saw an interview with a person who helped work on his shot. He was being interviewed by somebody. I don't even recall what channel I saw that on. But he said that in working with the Riddler, he has worked with left-handed individuals, and they even showed pictures of left-handed, like say pitchers in baseball. He said if you notice, they pitch a lot of left-handed pitchers. They pitch sidearm. They don't pitch overhand mostly like right hand pitchers does. And
That's
so
true.
he took that philosophy and put it to Mr. Barrett, to where he doesn't want his elbows tucked in. He said normally a shooting coach will tell you to tuck your elbow in and shoot it. He changed it to where he wants his elbow out a little bit. He said that works better for Mr. Barrett. Yes. So he's not shooting your typical, and he said, he has him squared up and he's practiced shooting, coming off screens or whatever, shooting with the arm out a little bit as opposed to the way that right-handers shoot. So all of that it's been working for him, because the Riddler in the past several games, he's shooting, maybe 50% or over from downtown. I think in these past, let's say, eight games or something like that. So I'm glad that he's doing that and he's putting that work in. And we said earlier, although we didn't give him his J back, we did say we weren't worried about him, H2O. We said that we know that he's gonna get better and better. And we said that he's gonna be, Jimmy Butler lefty. That's our expectation. So I haven't wavered from that. I don't think any of the other panelists have wavered from that, except for maybe Notorious and you. Y'all want him in the All-Star game next year based on what he's doing right now.
No, I want the whole team in the All-Star game next year.
Okay, well,
it's a team effort.
We'll see. Okay, with that my little 2 cents, let me pass the ball over here to my man Santana. Take it away, bro.
Thank you, Mr. Bill. And I'm gonna do a Dominique two-handed windmill dunk. The human highlight film. So the thing that I'm impressed about, I mean, obviously in the previous game, they played consistently throughout the game for the most part. So that's a good thing that they were able to pretty much have the upper hand quarter to quarter to quarter to quarter. So they're starting to learn how to put 48 minutes together, which is critically important when you start ramping up for the playoffs. So, I think the beauty of this, not only in terms of the last game in the 4 quarters that they played, but more so in this 9-game winning streak, they're learning how to win consistently. We're learning how to close out games, which is very important. So them peaking at this time is great, because that's preparing them for that next level that they have to step up when they get to the playoffs. So, I'm very happy with that. Guys are stepping up. There's camaraderie. The players are playing for each other, which is very important. And they're picking each other up, which is extremely important as well. If a guy has an off game, somebody else steps up and picks it up. That's what we need, consistently.
That's right.
But the key factor is they've been able to do all of this maintaining their D. And every team that comes in here, they're having a hard time scoring on us.
Mm-hmm.
And that's our staple. We continue with that, we're going to be tough to beat, moving into the playoffs, because we're playing that good. Our defense is legit. So, with that said, I'm going to drop it off to H2O so that he could, chime in. Go ahead, Brother Rock.
Well, I only have one comment with regards to our defense. That, it's pretty good. It really comes on strong in the 4th quarter. But even in that last game, we gave up 27, 27, and 26 to Siakam, Anunoby, and Van Fleet. Now, I can see 2 people getting in their 20s, but we can't be affording to giving 3 and 4 guys getting 20 and 25 points in a game, and that's 75 points, just on 3 guys. So, I mean, the blessing was that we caught the other little guard on a bad shooting day, and our defense held them down even more, But between, let me see, what was the guys that were there? Between Lowry and Trent. 4 points
Lowry
apiece.
and Trent. Yeah, 4
4
points.
points apiece. If they get 10 each, we lose this game.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't afford this 27 and 27 and 26 on anybody. One guy can go off for 25 on us, and another guy can go for 20. But three guys, high 20s, that's not defense. So however good we're doing, we need to do better.
But you also understand all of those guys played 40 minutes, though.
Say it again.
All three of them played 40 minutes. Actually, one of them played 39. Anunoby played 39 minutes, but the others played 40 minutes.
They scored. So, they scored. They could have. I'm not saying that they scored them in 10 minutes. They scored 27, 27, and 23 guys. They played the whole game. Okay. So you want to go with time? Okay. Julius did 39 minutes. Barrett did 38 minutes. Bullock did 37 minutes. So it's all, the time is all.
It's relative, yeah.
Relative. I expect everybody to play 42. I don't care. They're young. but if they're playing 41 or they're playing 35, it's still 27 points in 35 minutes or 27 points in 39 minutes. It's still a lot of points. Especially
they cut all the other guys down.
And that was it. So I love, our defense, but we really need to clamp down. The only thing that is carrying us is that we play defense and then we play an even better offense. We are scoring every team almost by double digits.
Yeah, and that fourth overtime, yeah.
Including those overtime games. It's ridiculous.
Sorry.
I think it's time for are we going to segue into tonight?
Well,
go for it.
Pass it to Notorious B.U.G.
Okay.
Pass the rock, Kobe. Pass the rock, Kobe.
Dish the rock, Black Mamba.
He was going for 63 at the Celtics right there.
What? I don't
got something to say.
Go ahead, B.U.G.
No, I said pass me, man. We got somebody else got something to say.
Oh, okay.
G-Money?
G-Money.
Nice. We'll talk about you guys make great points. Our bench has to outplay Phoenix's bench. It has to outplay them. We cannot allow Craig or Payne or Carter to have big games. If that happens, we're not gonna win. And also we got to be physical with CP3 and D-Book. We gotta be physical with them. And we gotta try to crash the glass over DeAndre Ayton. I know Ayton is not the greatest rebounder in the world, but he can give you doubles when he wants to. So if we can crash the glass over DeAndre Ayton and put him in foul trouble, that will give us a big advantage. And we gotta limit turnovers because the Suns like to get in the transition and run. And we got to, and if you Julius Randle, you gotta back down. Nobody in Phoenix can guard Randle. Randle has to have a monster game. He has to back down, take good shots. RJ, in my opinion, RJ needs to step up in the first half. I know he's I know he's dominant in the second half, but he has to have a great game throughout. He can't wait to the second half because if he looks like garbage in the first half, we're gonna get blown out. So if he can come out ready in the first half and step up and be more aggressive, then we should be good. And if our Thibs don't play Payne a lot, play Alfred Payne, CP3 will murder him. All right, CP3 will murder Elf. So you gotta put D Rose because D Rose could at least, even though Chris Paul's a great defender, D Rose could at least get into transition. Alfred Payne,
Well, Payton is not going to be on him.
No, he's our point guard. Alfred Payne's playing the one. He's gonna be.
I know he is, but as you see, our defense, that doesn't always dictate that Alfred Payton is going to take the point guard.
True.
If it's not him, then it would be Bullock.
Bullock usually takes their best player.
That's true. If you put Bullock
Bullock, and then who's going to guard the other one?
I know. You have RJ on D-Book. You have RJ on D-Book.
Booker.
Yeah, you have RJ and D-Book.
I think they're going to have Bullock on Booker.
They're going to have Bullock on Booker.
Yeah. I think so. I
would go the other way around myself.
I like it that way because I'm gonna tell you, CB3 is one of the best guards that ever played the game, and you need somebody with some length on them that's gonna put a body on them, and that's not Ephraim.
Ephraim.
Chris Paul is one of the smartest players in the game.
Elf, Ephraim, whatever.
Oh,
And we gotta
my
watch
boy.
out for the shooters.
That-
We gotta watch out
That's
for the
my
shooters.
boy, but if you ain't playing, guess what? You sit next to me.
Yes, sir, too, kid. And we gotta watch out for the shooters because the Suns can light it up from downtown. CP3, D Book, Craig, Payne, Cam, Carter. We gotta watch out for the shooters though, because the Suns could be red hot from downtown if we're not careful. So that was my keys for the game. Good bench play, fast, quick start. RJ, dominant. JR30, aka Julius Randle. Thibs needs to make the right rotations, be physical with D Book and CP3, and crash the glass over DeAndre Ayton and limit turnovers. And for that, I'm gonna do a bounce pass to my man Dream.
And I'll take that. And boy, I'm gonna just cock this one back. Ooh, put it back behind my ears and take one down. All right, so it's coming in. They're 2-3 in their last 5. They're having 2 straight road losses. They were technically the last team in the league to have single-digit losses on the road and at home. So I think they probably want to make some of that up, or they're just trending in the wrong direction at this point. In those two of those 3 losses, they scored under 90 against San Antonio and Boston. So it seems like when they hit these defensive teams, they are susceptible to being stopped a little bit, or at least slowed down. We also love it when these teams come off of just playing the Nets. A couple of weeks ago, it was the Lakers ran up a bunch of points on the Nets the night before, because you know what? It frees them up. It gives them that false sense of being comfortable on the 3-point line and all that, and just scoring in a free-flowing game. And then you come play the Knicks and you hit the concrete wall. It shakes a little bit. So I'm hoping that same trend happens today. Because outside
I'll
of
be right
that,
back.
no problem. Because outside of that, the 2 wins that they did get, even though they had
No
the 3
bathroom
losses, were
break.
against Philadelphia and Milwaukee. So they still have firepower. They are formidable. This is a team that the Knicks definitely want to emulate as far as progression. Last year, we saw them coming a little bit on their own 8-0 run towards the end of the season. They didn't make the playoffs, but they took all that momentum right into this season with a new free agent added to the team, that one extra piece, and boom, they jumped themselves into basically the top 3 of the West, which, I don't think anybody had them. Maybe improving, but not being in the top 3 of the West, battling basically for the top spot up there. We talked about the keys of the game. I would personally let Book it off and try to, control Chris more, because I personally feel like he affects more of the game, more aspects of the game than Booker does. Even though Booker can go off for 50 at any point, I'd rather have that coming out of one person than Paul getting it from everywhere. Lobs, passes out there, causing trouble on the inside, things of that nature. So, but that being said, I will toss it overhand lob. Man, Bill Sadamas, yeah.
And I'll take it here, and I'll get the baby hook, a la Magic Johnson, baby sky hook for the bucket. When you was talking about who should guard, I have to change, and I have to agree with you. We should put Bullock on Paul, because they go as Paul goes, and you're 100% correct when you say that he affects the game more so than Booker. Like you said, Booker can score 50 or whatever. However, Paul can have 15, and everybody else getting 15 and 20 points, and that would hurt us, and that would I think we'd have a better chance worrying about one man as opposed to worrying about the whole team. So I changed my opinion on that, and I agree with you. I don't know if you guys knew, but over the weekend we made a couple of moves, I guess, to shore up the team that we're taking into the playoffs. We got another big man from the G League, who was averaging 14 and 10. He played for Westchester, and he played like maybe 15 games, and he averaged that. He's 6'10", and he plays the center. We've also got Jared Harper, on a 10-day. This big man I'm talking about, they signed him to a 2-way. So he signed to a 2-way. Jared Harper is back, and so is Miles Powell. So all of them are back with us now. So I guess, you know, in the event that we go in the playoffs and one of our bigs go down, we'll have a big, you know, we'll have one right in there. So right now we carrying what, 4 bigs, and that doesn't even include Mitch. With Mitch out, who we got? We got no.
Bill, who?
Mr. Robinson.
Who that?
I was telling you guys.
Who
listen,
that?
I'm almost forgetting about brother man because of no. And Taj have been holding that middle down, man. They've really been holding it down. So now we got Henry's nephew Pele. We got Pele. We got Taj. We got no, and then now this big man that we just signed over the weekend. And so whether Mitch comes back or not, we're pretty settled at the 5 spot. Now for tonight's game, we're gonna have to use them big men on Ayton. Ayton is not the best big man, but he's serviceable. He can get.
He's always in the right place at the right time.
He can get you a double-double. He's better offensively than our big man. And defensively, I don't know too much about how he is defensively, but he's a decent rebounder when he wants to, like GMoney stated. He can get you that double-double. So we're gonna have to keep a body on him. However, our biggest thing is going to be the defense, and we're going to have to close out on their 3-point shooters because those dudes launch them and make them. So we're going to have to don't come out there trying to go shot for shot like we have done. And we've just been able to overcome that in this 9-game streak. However, do not come out that way against the Suns.
True, and I want to throw this fun fact. Did you know that?
Hold, G-Money. Let him finish, and then Notorious B.U.G. got to go. He hasn't had his chance.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hold the horses, young man. Okay. You're gonna get time to rumble. You're gonna get time to rumble.
Yeah. So, like I said, we gotta close out on these shooters, and if we put a defender that's going to try to stay in CP3's shirt, I think I think I'm gonna come back. We'll be coming back the next show talking about 10 straight. That's
Bill, not staying in the shirt. What did we say Saturday?
What's that?
What were we talking about when we was talking to your brother?
What? Remind me. We were talking to him about a lot of stuff.
Not stay in his shirt. What we tell him?
Oh, and he's talking about pause. We were like, we're too old to be talking like that.
We told him. He said we get in a job.
And he's my brother. He's talking like the young pause. What do you mean pause? That's basketball talk. That ain't young boy talk. That's basketball. That's what we talked about when we played back in the day and all of that. Getting in their jock. That's defense. So yeah, you reminded me of that. But we talked about a whole lot of things where he had his analogies came from a younger perspective. And, so we were all, about, whether it would be a player, whether it be the lingo that's associated with the game. So, we went through a lot of that. But for this game, we do those things, defense first, and I think we're going to walk out of there with the dub. So with that being said, pass it down below.
Yeah.
To Cuzzo. Notorious.
And I pick it up, put it through my legs, put it back through the defensive player's leg, and lay it up with my left.
Uh-oh. Pearl Washington.
And you know it. Listen, bottom line is exactly what you said. Like I said, get in a jock tonight.
Yep.
Ain't no playing. That's the only way you can beat CP3. And that's to get him off his game. His game is to make sure everybody else looks good. That is his game, period. Yes, he can shoot the shot, but his game is to make everybody else get in the double figures. All right? You need to flash the back door and close it because he's going to be going for that when they can't hit the threes. If you take them off their spot in the threes, they're going to be looking for the back door. All right? the big man, like I said before, he's always in the right place, right time. And that's the thing that we have to teach some of the other big men, that you have to be in the right place in the right time for offensive putbacks. He gets his points from what I see. Now, y'all can correct me. He gets his points from putbacks. So you gotta learn the man that you're playing. I'm gonna tell you, teams are gonna be watching out to see what Trey did to expose us, and they're gonna try to do the same thing, because before Trey got hurt, he was exposing us, and everybody else is gonna try to follow suit with that. So you gotta close that off, and the only thing open is the back door, and that's why you gotta flash it like it's open and close it shut so you can steal the pass when they throw it. And with that, we'll definitely win. I'm gonna pass it to 2.0.
No.
To it.
It's G. Go ahead, G Money. Go ahead.
Oh,
Rock.
okay,
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Rumble, young man. Rumble.
I'm ready to rumble, rumble, rumble. Did you know that if the Suns win today and the Spurs lose in DC, the Suns will clinch their first playoff berth for the first time since 2010?
Whoa.
Oh,
Whoa.
Black Rock.
Whoa.
Just a fun fact. Just a fun fact. Like if Phoenix wins today, San Antonio loses in DC, Phoenix will be in the playoffs for the first time since 2010. Will clinch a playoff spot.
Well, we need to put off that until whatever their next game is.
The next game's Wednesday against the LA Clippers on ESPN.
Well, we don't want them. We don't want them celebrating on our floor.
Exactly.
So
That's true.
We gotta lock them down. But let me just recognize the chat. We got a chat from Chris indicating Ayton foul trouble killed Phoenix yesterday. Hopefully Randall can fool him into some foul trouble tonight.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely,
Chris.
Gotta get him in foul trouble, man. Because
You on it, Chris?
Because without Ayton, they don't have rim protection.
Right. You know, he's a big body. He can put back and stuff like that. He has a good offensive game. The key is, you know, boxing him out and getting yours. And then, you know, Randall, if he's matched up against him, Randall give him something to you know, to think about. Now, in terms of Chris Paul, yes, we have to be, you know, Bullock is the best matchup for us against him, because Chris Paul is a wily veteran. He's going to try to get people in foul trouble. He's going to get, you know, he's going to irritate whoever's trying to defend him. And he's also on the defensive end is going to try to, you know, push and draw fouls and stuff like that. So we just have to be smart going into this game and not get caught up in that little sideshow. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not taking anything away from Chris Paul. Tremendous ball player. But that other aspect of his game is equally as important. He tried to do that with Kyrie yesterday. Kyrie just had a
Uncle
field.
Drew, it was barbecue chicken.
Yeah, it was barbecue chicken. So, you know, we have to be just as disciplined with, you know, defending him and also going up against him offensively as we do with any other guard out there, but more so with Chris Paul, because he you know, he lives off of that, and that's something that, you know, hopefully, you know, Peyton is going to be smart enough, and of course Derek is going to be smart enough to spell Bullock, because Bullock is not going to be able to play him the entire game. You know, they're gonna try to spot Bullock on probably Booker every now and then. So whoever has to pick up Chris Paul has to understand that his game is predicated on getting people, you know, out of their rhythm. And if you can stay locked in, you should be all right.
It sound like a Frankie baby night.
Hey, that's a good. Use up them fouls. Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. Go ahead, H2O. Go ahead, rock H2O. I know you chomping at the bit.
Well, I just wanted to add a couple of things here. That especially, I think what Chris Paul is going to try to prove that he did not make a mistake by going to the Suns and not to the Knicks. And I don't see anybody out there that can really deal with Randall. I mean, if they put DeAndre Ayton, come on, he can't stay with him. On the outside, on the inside, and they're bringing Kaminsky, Franz Kaminsky. He'll eat them up alive too. So I'm looking for 40 points out of Randall tonight. Okay, he's gonna be eating all night, man. You know what I'm saying? It's take your baby to work day, man. Their scoring comes strictly from Devin Booker, you know, and their assists come from Paul. But I don't see Ayton having a big game in here. Do you know who we got? Say his name.
No.
Well, okay. That's what he's gonna have. He's gonna have that ball shoved down back his throat, man. He don't come in here with that. They don't play defense out there. The only team that they know, or that they don't know, because we haven't even played them this year.
True.
So they haven't felt the deep. They heard about our defense, but they haven't felt it. And tonight they're gonna feel the defense, what a defensive team plays like, and what it feels like at the end of a game to have played against a defensive team. Okay, so once we get over this hump tonight, you know, we're gonna lose. They're gonna be bruised. That's all I got to say. Okay, so it's all gonna be dependent upon whether or not we bring our offensive game, because I'm pretty sure that our defense is gonna be there. Okay, but I mean, at some point we can't expect all of our players to be shooting at 50% plus.
Right.
From 2-point, from 3-point, and 80% from the free throw line. So when is that gonna come down? I don't know. I'm hoping that it's not tonight, because if we get past tonight, this might be an undefeated homestand.
We got Chicago without Zach LaVine. That's winnable.
All right. So take it away, Bill.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are we doing scores now?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, so let me give you mine then.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Then I spoke all of that about the defense and all of that, and that they scored, what was it, 96 and then 119 against the I think I'm going to give them 105 to 112 Knicks.
Okay. 112, 105.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you for that pass. The score that I had written down two scores, and then I changed them based on what you guys were saying. And then now I just wrote down the score because they haven't seen defense like us. They're used to those running gun games and that they're able to pull out. And they don't I don't think they have an answer for Randall. And I think that your son should be able to get busy too. You said you expect 40 from Randall. How much are you expecting from your son?
25.
25?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll take that. And he's going to probably get us another double figure in rebounds. Your son, he's a very good rebounder. So therefore, I picked score. Hold on, Prodigy. Hold on.
Okay.
I picked the score 114 to 108, New York.
Okay.
114, 108.
I know. I wasn't trying to interrupt. It's just that there was a common thing that Phoenix is going to lose by 89. Relax, man. Look, I think let's relax. They're not getting mollywop like that. Let's hold the bridge. Whoa, Nelly. Yeah. Who wants to go next?
Who's next?
You.
Go ahead,
Me?
G. Yeah.
Go ahead, G. Yeah, and give us a score when you finish.
Oh, okay. Well, Phoenix has won 6 out of their last 8 meetings against New York, so we got to fix that. We got walloped last year by the Suns, so let's try to change that. I think it'll come down to the wire. I think it's gonna be a really fun game because Phoenix likes a running gun. We're a great defensive team. Both teams can shoot the three very well, so I expect a lot of threes flying tonight. To me, if whoever's bench shows up will win this game. I think our bench will outdo Phoenix's bench.
Yeah.
And we also have to understand, before I give my score, Phoenix is only 2 games back of Utah, so it's a big game for them, and we're tied with Atlanta in the standings because Atlanta has Detroit today, and they're probably going to beat Detroit. So we got to take care of business. I say New York 110. Oh, hello, how you doing?
That's That's Popstradamus.
Salute.
Hey,
Yeah.
Salute
We're
everything
getting
to
ready to
you.
finish up.
Go ahead, G.
I see New York 110, Phoenix 109.
Okay.
Woo!
We
110,
want
109?
we want a few words from Popstradamus as well.
All right. And in fact, I'm gonna do a lob to Popstradamus now.
Okay.
Mhm.
Whatever you're gonna do. Okay.
What
you gonna do with the lob? I'm gonna do with the lob?
Yeah.
I'm a finger roll man.
Oh,
Iceman.
Iceman.
Nice, man.
Funny
It's
now,
in
though.
the house.
Finger roll.
George Gervin.
That's
George
with the
Gervin.
left hand. He said that's with the left.
Left-handed finger roll.
Okay, anything tonight we got the Suns.
Okay, tonight we got the Suns. It's going to be a good game. Knicks on a roll, and I think we're going to keep it. We're going to put a little bit of mustard on that roll tonight.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be a good game, and I think we'll take it. Just
Okay.
put that good D out on. Put that good D on them. You know, let Chris Paul do his thing, because I mean, what's he going to do these days? Try to set somebody else up. Yeah. I think we're looking good for tonight, fellas. 10 straight.
What's your final score prediction?
Give a score. We're going to keep it low. Maybe 105 to 92.
Okay.
All right.
Whoa.
All right.
50 point off. Win.
Popstradamus said it.
Okay, I'm out.
Popstradamus said it.
105-92.
Go ahead, Notorious B.U.G. Go ahead, give us your score. Give us your rundown.
My score is that it's going to be a fun game. I think we're going to go back and forth, and we're going to prevail. 117-111.
Oh,
Much better.
Okay. All right. Pass the rock to
Dream.
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 Open at the corner.
It was all a dream.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I'm in the same boat with GMoney. I think the bench needs to be asserted today. You know, yesterday Brooklyn beat his bench pretty well. But even if you take out Kevin Durant, because he was technically coming off the bench, you take out his 33, they were pretty much even, the bench, right? So, we need to continue to do what we do as far as that goes. Two guys to watch, Cameron Johnson, Torian Craig. Definitely keep an eye on those guys. They can get hot at any moment. As long as, we want to control Paul. Sneaky known fact, Phoenix, man, they are top 10 in offense and defense, fellas. So they do know defense down there. They can play defense. I think they're 8th in the league in defense. And against those teams that are both in offense and defensive top 10, we struggle. So, it'll be a game. I don't think we're going to run away at all with this game. I do think the Knicks pull it out. Over these last 9 games, that plus minus has been 10. But against teams, like I said, where the offense and the defense is the top 10, I'll put that at half. I'm going to use 5 as a plus minus. So Phoenix scores normally 114. I'm going to take 5 on them. That's 109. And the Knicks, technically, they're 106.9. I'm going to give them the 107 plus a 5. So 112, 109. New York Knicks.
okay.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah,
one
I
other
was gonna
fun
say
fact.
that.
Phoenix is 6th defensively, by the way.
What was that last part?
Phoenix is 6th defensively, by the way.
Okay.
6 defensively. Look at that. I said 8th, even better. So yeah, we got to watch them. Top 10, both offense and defense.
So for a point of clarification, Chris was saying when he mentioned 89 points, he wasn't mentioning an any 89-point blowout. He was mentioning, or at least trying to clarify, that Phoenix would only score 89 points. So I just wanted to clarify that. So
That would be nice.
Yeah,
because he's saying he's thinking low score.
Yeah.
Oh, low score.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm gonna piggyback on that. I do expect now Phoenix, believe it or not, even though we may have said that they haven't seen the kind of defense that we bring to the table, they are ranked 6th in team defense in the league. So they do play some kind of D. You know what I mean? Monty Williams, he understands that he's not just an offensive coach. So we have to give them a little credit in that respect. Yes, they haven't faced our kind of defense, East Coast defense, Knicks defense, #1 ranked team defense. So that's definitely going to be a challenge for them. And with that said, I'll say they'll score 102, and our Knicks are going to score 110. That's my prediction. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So that's what I think. And I think it's gonna be great, man. This is an opportunity for the Knicks to go out there, continue their streak, make this 10 in a row. Don't allow Phoenix to celebrate any type of clinching playoff berth. We ain't having that today. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna talk to Tibbs. I'm gonna tell Tibbs before the game and at halftime, he gotta come out with the Crimson Tide type of speech to the team and let them know that he ain't having anything less but a victory.
A victory, so we can keep that 4 seed and get 10 straight dubs, and also, like what Bill said, have a potential to clean sweep a homestand. I don't think we ever swept a homestand. I don't think we have. Have we? Have we ever swept a homestand?
I don't know.
No,
We had. I don't remember the last time we did. We probably
And it
had.
probably
but
wasn't this long.
It's been so long ago.
yeah,
You
it's
talking about
been too long.
Way back then with
Right.
Dick Barnett.
Probably.
And Chris makes another great point too. He says on their last back-to-back against Boston, they lost 99-86, and Boston is in. I'm assuming he's talking about mid-team rankings and stuff like that on defense.
That's true.
So that's another advantage. The fact that they're coming off a previous game yesterday, they're gonna be a little tired. So we got to really attack them. We got to be aggressive offensively, work them, get them in foul trouble, and then lock them up on defense. Put the glove on them, like back in the day, Gary Payton. You know what I'm saying?
Man. We gotta be physical. We gotta be physical. The Suns don't like physicality, and like I said, in my opinion, I think we'll win by 1 point. But if the game does come close, we got deny the ball at the end. If the game comes close, do you think it should be Chris Paul or should we deny Devin Booker the ball? What do you think?
You got to deny both of them.
You gotta deny both of them.
Both of them, and let maybe
somebody else got to beat us. If somebody else beats us, okay, you got to give it to them.
Right.
You got to give it to them. But you can't have those two guys beat us.
But the problem is the other guys beating us mean Chris Paul got it to them. Remember, Chris Paul.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That's if you let him set it up in the half court. You pick him up full court, a la Muggsy Bogues.
Anybody else winning the game for them, the assist is going to come from CB3. You already know that.
It depends. If you pick them up 94 feet, make them give up that rock early. That other person got to make a decision at half court, not not at the low post. Maybe at mid-court.
And you and I always say that. And I was watching the game yesterday. I forgot which game, but one of the guards told the other guy, "Don't come back. Pick him up there." And pointed, "Pick him up there." And he picked him up there. That's what we got to do.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the Hornets and Celtics or Suns and Nets?
I think it was the Hornet game where everybody started running back. And he pointed to the guy. He told him, "Go back and pick him up."
Okay, pick him up.
Right. I think it was Zier must have told either Bridges or Devontae to get back. It has to be one of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, you got to go old school. That's why I keep dropping Muggsy Bogues. I keep dropping Scottie Pippen. I keep dropping Gary Payton. We have gotten away from that kind of defense. Pick them, brother. Kobe Bryant. Somebody dropped the Kobe Bryant clip in our WhatsApp chat, bro. There's a reason.
You know it.
That's what we got to do, brother. We got to take those moments and take it from them, man. Not wait for them. Let them dribble or let them, inbound the ball. Let it roll to half court before you. Pick that brother up.
Yeah.
Pick him up early. And make them give up the rock early, and see if other guys are gonna make the right decision. I'll put my money on that. Come on, brother, kick it, fellas, kick it like Bernie Mac.
Facts. If we jump on the Suns, we gotta step on their throat. If we have a double-digit lead in any game, we gotta step on their throat. Phoenix just came up at back-to-back, like you guys said. Excuse me.
I said you're right. You can't let up.
Can't let up. If you're up by 10, 15, get that to 20 plus. Don't let them hang around, because if they hang around, CP3, D Book can take over the game offensively, and that's nothing. I think we'll win this game by 1, because I have a weird feeling it's gonna come down to the wire, and I just have a weird feeling. But what I'm saying is we got limit. We just gotta show 48 minutes of killer New York Knicks basketball. We can't let up against the Phoenix Suns, because Phoenix, like I said, they're trying to catch Utah for that 1 seed. So if we can come out here and play 48 minutes of strong ball, limit turnovers, and find the right rotations, we should be able to be good. Because like I said, we have lost 6 out of our last 8 games to Phoenix. So we got smacked around by these guys last year. So we just got to change that and try to get our 8th straight home win.
Okay. So Notorious, you want to do us the honors of, closing us out? Give your final words and then close us out.
My final words is we gotta play hard, we gotta play old school, we gotta flash the back door and then close it soon as the pass is thrown. And if we do that, we're gonna come out with another W, and we're gonna do good. And as we always say, once a Knick,
always a Knick. All right, fellas.
Salute,
We'll
guys.
pick it up during the game time.
Yes,
All
sir.
right.
Let's chat it up.